Hi kids! How are you today? Welcome again to our English class. Are you ready for our new adventure? Well, that's great, kids! In this lesson, we will learn about writing a short descriptive paragraph about a character or settings in stories listened to. Here are the things that we should learn by the end of this lesson. First, define what a character or a setting is. Second, determine different characters or settings in stories. And the last one is, you're going to describe a character or characters and the settings in stories. Let us start our journey in learning more about the different characters or settings in stories. I am sure you're ready and excited to answer the different activities. But before that, we will have our review first. Did you still remember the lesson that we had last week? Very good! Last week, we discussed about the simple and compound sentences. Do you still remember what is simple and compound sentence? A simple sentence is also called an independent clause, while a compound sentence contains two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction and, but, for, nor, or, so, and yet. Now let us try to answer this activity. Read each sentence, draw a star if it is a simple sentence, and a heart if it is a compound sentence. Now, are you ready to answer, kids? Very good! Number 1. Seth loves to use TikTok. Number 2. You can say your prayers now or read the Bible first. Number 3. His father is a policeman and he is one of our brave frontliners. Number 4. President Duterte announces the new normal in Metro Manila. And number 5. My cousins went to Basico Beach but they didn't swim. Now let's try to check your answers. Number 1. The correct answer is star because it is a simple sentence. Number 2 is heart because it is a compound sentence. Number 3 is also a compound sentence, so you're going to draw a heart. Number 4, a star or a simple sentence. And number 5, the correct answer is a heart or compound sentence. Now we will now proceed to our new lesson. Are you ready to learn, kids? Very good! Now, I have here a picture. Do you know what is this, kids? Very good. This is a color. What is this color for? Good job, kids. Now, what other animals wear color? You're right. Now, in today's lesson, we will try to read a short story. Do you want to hear a story, kids? Very good! Now in our story, we will try to figure out what were the mice in the story afraid of and what did they plan to do. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy our story. Now, are you ready to listen, kids? Very good. A long time ago, there were 3 little mice that lived in a big house. They had an enemy, Pat the cat. Now Pat the cat was a watchful cat. She watched the house so closely that the 3 mice could hardly go out from their small hole. They could not look for tasty food to eat. So, the first mouse called for a meeting to solve the problem. "We need to fold Pat the cat," said the first mouse. "Yes, or we will be hungry. We will die," agreed the second mouse. "What should we do to fold Pat?" The mice were silent for a while, thinking. Suddenly, the third mouse shouted, "Oh, I know how!" How? Asked first and second mouse. "We can put a bell on pot collars. When Pat walks, the bell will ring. We will learn where she is," answered the third mouse. "Then we will know when to hide and when to go out." "But who will build the cat?" asked second mouse. "Not I," said the first mouse. "If not you, then who?" asked third mouse, looking at the second mouse. Not I," said the second mouse. "If not you, then who?" "You!" chorused first mouse and second mouse. "Not I," answered third mouse. So, the third mouse had a brilliant idea to solve the problem, but none of them could do it. And that ends our story. So, did you like the story, kids? Very good! Now, let us try to see if you truly understand the story. Number 1. Who was the enemy of the 3 mice? Very good! The correct answer is Pat the cat. Number 2. Who wanted to put the bells on Pat's collar and why? Good job, kids! The correct answer is third mouse, so they would know where Pat the cat was. And number 3 question is, who were afraid of the cat? You're right again, kids! The correct answer is 3 mice. And the last question is, where did the story happen? Very good! The correct answer is in the big house. Now let us try to remember this. Knowing the characters and a setting in a story is very important. It will help us better understand the story that we listen to or that we read. Character or characters in a story are the ones who talk, do the actions in the story, and have feelings. They can be people, animals, or things. For example, Pat the cat and the 3 mice were the character from the story Belling the Cat, a story that will help us understand how to find ways to solve a problem. We will also try to remember that setting is where the story happened. It also includes the time element in a story. The setting of a story answers the questions where and when did the story happen. For example, in the story Belling the Cat, the story took place in a big house. The settings of the story is in the big house. You can describe a character in a story by telling what they look like, how they feel, how they act, or what they think. For example, the three mice were afraid of the cat. And you can also describe the setting in a story by telling where and when the story happened. For example, in the story Belling the Cat, the story took place again in a big house. Now let us try to apply what we have learned. Direction. Read each passage and write down the characters and setting on its proper column. Number 1. On a second week of quarantine, volunteer workers from Barangay San Valley distributed relief goods to families living near the covered court. Number 2. One morning, Mother saw Ira in the kitchen, washing her hands. However, Mother noticed that Ira is not washing her hands properly, so Mother taught her the right way of hand washing to wipe off the dirt and germs. Number 3. Later that night, Ellie prayed with her sister in their bedroom. Number 4. The children watched the latest news at night in their living room. Number 5. One Sunday morning, a social worker knocked on Lola Squirrel's door. The social worker asked for his name and put his name on the list so Lolo Squirrel could receive a financial help from the government. Now let's check your understanding. Direction. Read the short story and answer the questions that follow. 3 feet apart. Miss Evelyn is a teacher and works from home. She still goes to the market every week even though their community is under quarantine. She knows that the market is clean and is being sanitized every single day. She thinks that it is safe to go there. One Saturday morning, she went to the market with her husband, Danny. They both saw that some people were lining up not following the social or physical distancing advised by the health authorities. So, Miss Evelyn and her husband told the people to make at least 3 feet or 1 meter apart from each other when lining up because it will help prevent the spread of virus. The people understood the importance of social or physical distancing and they thanked Miss Evelyn and Danny. Now, who are the characters in the story? Number 2. Describe each character. Number 3. Where and when did the story happen? And number 4. Describe the settings of the story. And this is the end of our lesson. Thank you so much, kids, for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed our lesson, especially our storytelling, and I also hope that you learned a lot from Teacher Burnz. Till our next meeting, bye, kids!